Anambra State government received commendations on house-to-house refuse collection initiatives. Duku Hills collapse crushes 8 Almajiris to death in KB. And on the foreign scene, U.S. House passes Ukraine-Israel aid bill. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the tax ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. The remains of the former governor of Anambra State, Dr. Chukwuemeka Ezefe, has been laid to rest. Dr. Ezefe was laid to rest in his country home in Ubuku, Agwata local government area, in a ceremony officiated by the Salvation Army and attended by Governor Soludo among other dignitaries. Correspondent Ejike Abana has details.
Governor Soludo, who stated that Dr. Ezefe's demise was an end of an era, praying that God will raise thousands of his likes that will carry the torchlight going forward, while saying that all the time he knew Dr. Ezefe, he lived out the very essence of what he preached. Governor Soludo said that the former governor lived a life of purpose, service, and life in Christ. Professor Soludo recalled that as governor, Dr. Ezefe did not discriminate on the basis of religion, ethnicity, or other social stratifications, but believed in merit and excellence.
As the sermon rightly said, Dr. Chukwuemeka Ezefe lived a life of purpose. He lived a life of service. And very importantly, I want to add to that. For him, actually, there is a saying that says, be the change that you want to see. All the time that I knew Dr. Ezefe as a brother, as a friend, and as a mentor, Dr. Ezefe lived out the true meaning. Not just what he said, but what he did. And the reason we all take him seriously, the reason why Nigeria took him serious, is because he lived out what he preached. Whether when he was the permanent secretary par excellence, or when he served as governor of Anambra. In fact, that's when he earned the credit to speak about fairness, to speak about equity, to speak about justice for all. He earned this while in the brief period that he was governor.
Speaking on behalf of Nigeria's President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, who eulogized the former governor as someone who stood for justice, pointed out that he put integrity above personal interest and believed strongly in the unity and diversity of Nigeria.
With the existence of law, the counsel to the will of the Almighty God, I wish to provide my heartfelt sympathy and sincere condolences with the entire educativeness over the demise of our patron.
Earlier in his message, Lieutenant Colonel Mpachuku Ezodimba of the Salvation Army described the former governor as a gallant soldier of the Salvation Army who did a remarkable work of reformation and transformation during his lifetime because God gave him wisdom and foresight to operate. Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, former governors Chris Ngige, Peter Obi, and Dem Veji Etiaba, the senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District in the Nigerian Senate, Senator Victor Ume, his predecessor, Senator Uche Hunife, the Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezofo, amongst others, attended the event. The ceremony featured music by the Salvation Army and band parade by the Nigerian Police and a 21-gun salute in honor of the former governor who died at age 85.
In line with Governor Soludo's plan to create an enduring road network to Anambra, the government of Anambra State will be embarking on the dualization of Agolo and Nanka roads. According to a press signed by the Commissioner for Information, Sepo Nwosu, though these are federal roads, they are primarily used by Anambra. The statement explained that Governor Soludo has redesigned the roads for construction for better facilities or facilitate commercial, industrial, and agricultural activities across the areas they cut through. The press release advised property owners along this route to begin to plan how to relocate themselves elsewhere. It noted that law demands that any property along a federal highway must be set back 47.5 meters from the center of the road, and anything short of that is a violation of the law, and such property will be regarded and treated as illegal structure, which the government do not wish to happen. The release further revealed that a government is calling on traditional rulers and the President General of the affected communities, as well as market leaders, to escalate the awareness campaign on the need to relocate shops and houses from the brink of these roads. The traditional rulers and President Generals, by this release, are noted, should also come together to take practical steps to map out areas where those that will be consequently affected can resettle before the construction work commences, saying that the government wishes to minimize avoidable losses by its early notice. The house-to-house collection of beans initiated by Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration has yielded a positive result. The evidence came to bear after a recent downpour with a refuse flooding various streets of inland town Onitsha. ABS witnessed the contractor collecting refuge from the residents at St. Stephen's Road, inland town Onitsha, and a massive turnout of those disposing of their refuse. Correspondent Emengeni Osadebe monitored the process and now reports.
Speaking to the ABS, one of the street sweepers, Mrs. Nkiruka Odo, commended Governor Soludo's initiative, which, according to her, has been effective. Mrs. Odo, who frowned at those who still dump refuse in the drains, advised them to retrace their steps as they have been ordered by the Onitsha North Transition Committee Chairman, Mr. Onochie Ozoma, to report any residents that still dump refuse into the drains for proper action, warning that such person will be prosecuted. She further commended the contractor who are diligent in collecting the refuse at least twice a week, urging residents to always bag their refuse for easy collection.
In a week, Friday,
also speaking, an Onitsha North Transition Committee member, Honorable Chuka Nnamo, applauded the state government for the initiative, adding that streets are no longer flooded with refuse whenever it rains as before, saying that they have been warning residents to desist from indiscriminate dumping of refuse.
Government now are in it because before Miliso, Haidian is on a main road. When I see Sajine Jam, house to house, picking up refuse, I got if I maybe need this.
A petty trader at Arole Street, Mrs. Onyedika Okwechime, who recounted their ordeals whenever it rains before now, thanked the state government and the contractor handling the project for their responsiveness and prayed God to bless them.
Anyị pụta mansi ma pampas miye niile otoju sie na shop anyị mana since eje gaba no na-ebi ebe niile adị nnọọ cha.
The supervisor of the company handling the project, Mr. Patrick Egwatu, who spoke off camera, said their tippers are placed at strategic locations such as Oka Road, Isiokwe Market, Okos Road, among other places, to ensure that they cover a large number of houses, calling on residents to endeavor to bring out their refuse whenever they hear the bell. From Onitsha, Emengino Sadebe, ABS News.
In a significant political move, Mr. Chinedu Mokafo, a revered political figure in Enugu community, has officially joined the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA. Mr. Kafa joined the Enugu Ward 3 of the party during the ceremony held at Umwezu Awovu Hall of the community in Njikoka, local government area of Anambra State. Correspondent Blessing Dennis has details.
The event drew a crowd of party faithful and well-wishers. During the ceremony, the state chairman of APGA, Barrister Ifatu Obi-Okoye, represented by the state secretary of the party, Mr. Levi Obiado, congratulated Mr. Okafor for joining the party and emphasized the party's belief in his leadership.
In all manner of happiness and appreciation. We are very glad to receive him. And with him adding up to the Ward 3 Enugu in Njikoka local government, I think the party is progressing.
Addressing the gathering, APGA Vice Chairman Anambra Central Chief Ndoka Okoye hailed Mr. Okafor's decision to join APGA, saying that it affirms his honest party in Anambra dedication to serve the people and advance the values of progress and prosperity being piloted by Governor Soludo through his transformative initiatives in Anambra State. Also speaking, the Transition Committee Chairman of Njikoka Local Government Area, Mr. Clem Agui, welcomed Mr. Okafor into the fold and highlighted the party's commitment to collective progress and the developmental stride witnessed under Governor Soludo's administration in Enugu. On her part, the APGA State Women Leader, Mrs. Chinyere Obiekesi, emphasized APGA's role as a beacon of hope and progress for all and urged women to champion causes of employment and rights protection within the party. In their remarks, the Managing Director of Anambra State Waste Management Authority, Aswama Mike Ozemena, Councillor of the Ward Mr. Darlington Mbuzo, and other stakeholders of the party, Honorable Anthony Icheku and Dr. Nkem Okeke, encouraged Mr. Okafor to leverage on the collective strength of members of the party in the community to push for positive changes.
Chinedum Okafor was officially welcomed into the political party of the moment, which is All Progressive Grand Alliance. He should be patient and also consistent when piloting the affairs and mingling in this party.
In his acceptance speech, Mr. Okafor expressed gratitude to the APGA family for their inclusivity and revealed that his vision for joining the party is to help to realize its major visions of infrastructural development, youth empowerment, and poverty alleviation for the state.
The truth of the matter is I've actually looked around and I've done my feasibility study. And I noticed that APGA is not just a party. It's a party that is well accommodating, a party that has vision. APGA is a place to be. It's a family that is accommodating, a family that understood what politics is all about, a family that you can, that you can be and feel relaxed and feel accommodated.
Mr. Okafor's decision to join APGA was hailed as a significant boost for the party in Enugu and beyond. From Enugu, in Njikoka local government area, Blessing Dennis, ABS News.
A portion of Doku Hill collapsed over the weekend and crushed to death 8 and Marjorie students at Badiriya area in Birnin Kebbi. According to the head teacher, Malandam Umar, who is in agony, spoke to the press, said that the incident happened on Saturday morning, not knowing the cause, as he was alerted by the cries of people at the back of the house, only to see a large portion of the hill had fallen on the Marjories, killing 8 of them instantly, while one who was rescued from the rebels was on admission at the hospital receiving treatment. He said the hill is just behind the place housing him and the Marjories, and the same place they use as toilets, as well as dig it to collect clay to mold the clay blocks in preparation to build a small room for themselves, a source added. People of the area thronged the scene of the incident to catch a glimpse of the fallen portion of the hill and to sympathize with the local Islamic cleric. The Doku Hill is a vast mountain that stretches to what has now harbored residential buildings due to population expansion and accommodation problem. The victims have been buried according to Islamic rites. Meanwhile, the chairman Birnin Kebbi local government area, Alhaji Dahiru Nayaya, who confirmed the incident, described it as act of God and prayed for the repose of their souls. The House of Representatives has finally approved billions of dollars in the U.S. New military aid for Ukraine to help combat Russia's invasion. The much-delayed measure had a vocal opponent in Congress, and it took a fragile bipartisan deal to get $61 billion package through. Republicans said more than a third will be dedicated to replenishing weapons and ammunition. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky described the U.S. support as vital. He added that aid will keep the war from expanding and save thousands of lives. It is unclear when the aid will arrive. The package will now go to the Senate, which is expected to pass it within the next few days before President Joe Biden signs it into law. Alongside replenishing weapons and ammunition system, Ukraine will also receive more than $9 billion of economic assistance in form of forgivable loans, ones that do not need to be paid back. A funeral ceremony of late Chief Francis Nweke Anyansi showed again that a life spent in honesty and service to humanity is worth celebrating. Till his death at the age of 93, Chief Anyansi was a member of the Nsugbe Council of Elders in the Anambra East Council area. He served the council in different influential positions, including as a spokesperson known in the community as Okwube Nsugbe. His legacies were the reasons his family and in-law, Chief Lawrence Anikbe of Ibariam, gave him a befitting funeral ceremony. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Okoye has details.
Chief Anyansi was said to have contributed immensely to the development of his village, Apalago, age grade, and many associations where he fought for peace and truth at all times. These legacies were the reason his family and in-law, Chief Lawrence Anikbe of Ibariam, gave him a befitting burial. The event attracted the high and mighty in the society and top government officials, including the senator representing Anambra North in the Red Chambers, Dr. Tony Nwoye, and the member representing Anambra East constituency at the Anambra State House of Assembly, Barrister Obi Nweke. Speaking to newsmen, the present spokesperson of Nsugbe Council of Elders, Chief Gabriel Anozie, said they came in their numbers to bid their compatriot, Chief Anyansi, farewell, recalling his virtues of honesty and transparency, which he said was why Ndi Eze Nsugbe appointed him their spokesperson. For an age mate and bosom friend of the deceased, Chief Lawrence Nwoye, Chief Anyansi was a man who told the path of truthfulness at all times, praying God for the peaceful repose of his soul, commiserating with Chief Anikbe, his wife Chizoba, and the Anyansi family. The member representing Anambra East constituency, Barrister Nweke, said that it pains to lose a loved one, saying that the deceased life was worth celebrating because he laid good legacies for his children. In their separate species, the first son of the deceased, Mr. Okudili Anyansi, and his sister, Mrs. Ude Wesley Ude, described their father as a great man who taught them good virtues.
When I can governor Professor Solution is here. Everyone can super na shine. Non dia call ya call. She has this weekend. Nan ko kwala. Uso. Education. Infrastructural development.
Late Chief Anyansi was buried according to the custom and traditions of Nsugbe Council of Elders. Condolence visits, masquerades, and other cultural displays were some of the highlights of the funeral ceremony. From Nsugbe, Anambra East Council area, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
It's just about it on the news this morning, but before we go, quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world. Follow us on www.abs Radio Television, on our Facebook page, and on YouTube, it is www.abs Television, or follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. And you can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. A quick recap of our major stories. Stakeholders have paid a glowing tribute to Governor Eze Ife as he was laid to rest at Ibuku. Anambra State government has received the commendations on house-to-house refuse collection initiatives. Duku Hill has collapsed and crushes 8 Almajiris to death in KB. And on the foreign scene, we told you that U.S. has passed a Ukraine-Israel aid bill. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy, and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the tax ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good morning.